Good morning, everyone. Here is your fun fact of the day. Looking at not periodic table jokes, but periodic table elements. Today's potassium, number 19, 19th lightest element that we know of, right before calcium, which we studied last week. Now, potassium, you've heard this before, probably, like bananas, great source of potassium. Thank you, Dr. Who, for having that throwback to classic Who. Potassium is vital for things like nerve conduction, sending nerve signals throughout your body. Now, potassium is another one of those things that is never really found naturally, just pure potassium in nature, because it reacts very, very delicately with water and air. Usually, if you have isolated metallic potassium, first of all, it looks like clay. It's very soft. You can easily cut it with a knife, even though it's technically a metal. But to keep it from reacting with just the air around you and the humidity, that's the water in it, it's usually submerged in mineral oil. So it looks a bit weird, and you can't really pull it out and play with it much without possibly getting a reaction you didn't ask for. And like I said, potassium is necessary for your nerves to function properly. Potassium deficiency results in several abnormalities that we know of, including an abnormal heart rhythm, some electrocardiograph abnormalities, and sometimes just some shakes and jitters. Things like fresh fruit, like I mentioned, bananas and vegetables are great sources of potassium. So as long as you include any of those fairly regularly in your diet, you shouldn't have a strong problem. And if you do, just eat another banana. It's some of the most widely consumed and cheapest fruit you can find. It's pretty simple. Potassium comes from the English word for potash, which is why we think of fertilizer, K2O, K is the chemical symbol for potassium. We refer to it as potash. It's a very common compound that we find with potassium that is very beneficial for plants to grow. Thank you for joining me for this fun fact of the day. See you again soon.